What's up YouTube? Papahtown here with an ultimate Barrows guide. I guess we'll start with requirements. What you will need is 75 attack, for my method, 75 attack, 75 magic. It's recommended you have 70 plus defense. You can do it without it, but it is not recommended. 70 plus HP is helpful, and 60 plus prayer is pretty much needed. Also, the higher your magic level, the better. Gear, weapon, Staff of Light. It's only about 3.5 mil. Right now, I need to save for a little bit more to get it. So I had my friend Hockey lend me one. Shout out to you. Ava's Accumulator is the best. You can use a God Cape or a God Mage Cape, or an Obby Cape. Helmet, Nezi's the best, followed by Full Slayer Helm. Fury or Glory. Glory's probably better just because you're not risking as much. I recommend Addy Arrows. 500 will last you quite some time. I've done like 30 trips, and I've only used like 50 with an Ava's, which goes into that. Yeah, and that was only about 100k, so that's not too bad. Shield Faithful is the best, then a DFS, and then like an Unholy Book. Body, Krill's Top, or D-Hide. Your best D-Hide, I recommend 70 plus range for that. Then Chaps, D-Hide or Krill. Krill's better, of course. Recipe for Disaster Gloves. Barrows, if you have them. I would only recommend using adamant or above. Otherwise, use like a combat bracelet or van braces. Boots, dragon boots, bandos boots, snakeskin, whatever you want really. I recommend dragon. Ring, doesn't really matter. I bring a ring of wealth. Inventory, spade. Oh, also, you will need 50 construction for my method. Spade with... Okay, my bad, guys. You're gonna need 50 construction, a portal with a Canifis teleport, or Krill teleport is what it's technically named, and an altar. Any altar is fine. Then you're gonna need house teleports, mind runes, like 4 mind runes for every death rune, and yeah, I brought about 1.5k, and I brought 6k, so I made a lot back on those. Then 2 prayer pots for emergencies, a super restore in case you have to use your emergency brew, and in case your prayer happens to run out, which is very unlikely. And then short bow. Ignore the coins, the chaos runes, the blood runes. These are common drops, and I've been getting them, so I just kept them as stackers. And then the rest of your inventory, monkfish or better. To get there, you start in Krill or Canifis after the teleport, and then you run to the gate. You then run southeast until you get to this teleport at the hollows. Once you're at the gate, I really recommend you rest to restore your run, unless you have like 90 plus agility and you can make it all the way. I'm like 16, I can't. So once you're full, just run southeast. Just continue going slanted southeast. For all those that don't know, southeast, it's the bottom or down, whatever you want to call it. But just pretty much keep going slanted to the down right, slanted southeast, and eventually you'll come to a land marker, sort of. In my opinion, it's a land marker. This is okay. It's the first dark thing. It starts getting dark. Like once you see no grass, there you are. Then you get on the swamp boat and just drop any of the rotten food you get. Once you arrive, just rest to full. I'll begin recording when Once you're full, make your way over to the Barrows, just go northeast, south, and then you'll begin right here. I'll begin. Okay, now that you're here, this is the order you're going to be killing them. It's going to be Darok, Kirill, Arim, Varrock, Guthans, Torags. If you get your crypt along the way, do not do it. Just move on to the next one. Okay, to begin, you're going to be doing Magic Dart, which requires 55 Slayer. You make sure you have Auto Retaliate on. Set your quick prayers to protect melee. Make sure you're auto casted. And then dig on the crypt. Click on the crypt and then attack it. This is probably the worst tunnel. I'll explain to do if you get the Durok as your tunnel later. Okay, so you just kill it, and then the second it's dead, hop out and then turn off your prayer, because the one prayer point you might have wasted not turning off at the beginning might have saved you 10 prayer points, because every time a skull pops up, it means you're like the boss is draining your prayer, sort of, whatever room you're in. So go through. See, like I was just drained 10. Okay, next make your way down to the southern mound. The farthest southern mound. It's going to be Kirill. Against contrary belief, things like Slayer Dart are actually very effective against him. I kill him just as fast as with melee. Actually, probably faster. There's literally 0 point to bringing melee gear, because this in Arim is the only thing you would possibly melee. But with my guide, you use range, so you don't need it. And as you can see, Magic Dart hits it just fine. I'm hitting 20s constantly, high 15 or like a 15 or something. So he's pretty easy. Next, head up to Arim, put on your thing, your short bow, turn off auto cast, make sure auto retaliate's on, and dig. Do not use your special attack here. Many people DDS here, but there's no point. Half of the time he just weakens you, and the other time he's using a fire wave, which does not hit much through your gear, because you have high mage defense if you were using my guide. If you do have prayer, though, use it now. Just use up the rest if you have any, and just eat if he happens to hit you. His max is like 20, I think, so just eat if you're at like 30. He usually doesn't even hit this much. Okay. Next is going to be, for some people, the hardest tunnel. The northwestern Varrock tunnel. Turn on autocast. Have your special... Actually, you don't even need prayer. If you have prayer left, use protect melee, but drain it. You do not need to use your prayer potion. The only reason you would have to use your prayer potion is if you get Durok or Kirill as your tunnel. So dig. And this is where the Staff of Light is needed. You can use regular Slayer Staff, but this is where it helps out a bunch. Varrock hits through prayer. It hits through high defense with its special. So in order to negate this, you search the sarcophagus and then use your special attack. The Staff of Light special attack, it reduces the damage opponents will do on you by half for 30 seconds, which is plenty of time to kill Varrock, and maybe even get a few hits in on Guthans. So once he's dead, you want to sprint over to Guthans. That way you can get a few halved hits, possibly. So sprint over to the southeast tunnel. Once he's dead, dig on the crypt, Make sure you're attacking and all that. Okay, so this means Torag's my crypt, since he's the only one left, which is also one of the easiest crypts. The easiest crypt is Prioreem, followed by Torag, and then Guthans. The hardest one is Darox. See, like, I just got help a little. He hit like a 10 or something, I think. Instead, he would have hit a 20. So, like, half of his HP is, like, pretty much you get that special attack lasting through half of his HP. Next, you go to the southwest tunnel, which is Torag's, which happens to be my crypt. So you head over, and you dig. Search, and now you have your crypt. If this is not the last one you kill, like if you get it on Dark or something, do not enter it right away. Say, yeah, I'm fearless, and enter. Once you enter, try to find your bearings. See if you can find the room with the casket, so you can tell where you are. Or not the casket. What's it called? Chest. Another part of this is many of the doors are going to be locked. You have to try to get to the center of the area. Okay, sometimes you will get your boss or whatever guy to attack you while opening doors, like it triggers them. There has been a glitch out where 2 will spawn. Just kill both of them and you're fine. I've even seen one where you get a random guy that you've already done. Just kill him, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so now just try to find your bearings. You see that the chest is there, so you want to try staying towards the center. Oh, and have auto retaliate off for this part. So just keep walking around the center until you can find the door. And here it is. Now this is a part that frustrates many people. To do this, when he's attacking you, just go all the way south. This way it'll give you a couple seconds for the ability to enter the thing in. The puzzles right here, the shapes one, it's a square. The arrows one, it's a circle with an arrow pointed at it. The square with shaded areas, it is the one with the upper right, the corner right, the bottom right, and the bottom left shaded. And then the shaded going upwards, it's the shaded at the top. And so they're not that complicated. The hardest one's probably the ones with the arrows. Okay, anyway. When you keep doing that, he'll keep attacking you, but when you do this, you have like 10 seconds extra, or like 2 seconds extra. You're still gonna have to be really fast when clicking, but you have a lot more time. See, sometimes you will fail because he'll attack you like half a second early or something, but just retry it. It won't take more than 2 or 3 tries. I think I might have been the first to discover this. If so, that's pretty cool. So, yeah, 2 tries and I got it. Okay, normally at this point, he wouldn't have been already triggered, but since I already triggered the guy, when you open the chest, the guy, if you have not triggered him already, will pop out. Now, if you want, you can get a couple kill count, but it does not affect the item drop. It would only affect the amount of runes in bolt racks. Okay, usually I just kill out all the monsters in here and go. There was only one, so whatever. So open it. Normally you'll get the guy, whatever your crypt monster was. Then you search. That's a typical reward, although your money will still be, like the average is going to be 500k plus, just because you're going to get a drop within 2 hours. Next, you teleport to your house, you restore your prayer, and you go to the Krill portal. You then bank refilling your inventory with monkfish and having 2 prayer pots at all times. Thank you guys for watching. This has been my Barrows guide. Please comment, like, rate, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, join Lick My Sweats clan chat or private message me. I usually have my private on, but sometimes it's on friends. Thank you guys for watching.